Hello everyone, Name Unbroken here, and welcome to the Kerbal Space Program. I've played this game a little bit, and I'm not very good at it, so we'll see how this turns out. I had started a new game, and kind of did some practice flights. Started out with some simple stuff, some unmanned things, and then tried to go to the moon. And I got to the moon, proper Apollo style, but then couldn't get back. So I have a couple Kerbals left in space, and then I sent a rescue mission, and they couldn't get back. So I have more Kerbals left in space. But we're gonna start on a new game and not worry about those guys. I'll come back to them later. Let's see, start a new game. And sandbox mode. I'm not sure what career mode is. Oh, I guess I can't select career mode yet. That might be coming up in the future. It's still undergoing some changes. They're constantly updating it and adding new features, and I think the career mode, they're gonna basically just start you out where you gotta do little missions and stuff instead of whatever, which is fun, but also I think the money's actually gonna mean stuff. Right now, things cost money, but you have infinite, so it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna stick with the original, the default flag. And we'll start. I think on this episode, I think I'm gonna just start off with probably an unmanned satellite, put that in orbit, hopefully. Okay, so you start the game. You have several buildings here, as you can see. There's your space plane hangar to build planes and what have you. An astronaut complex to select astronauts for certain missions. This is your vehicle assembly building to build rockets and stuff to go into space. There's your launch pad over here. This is the tracking station, so you can track everything in space. You can take a look at the solar system, all the planets and moons, etc. And this building isn't anything yet. I have no idea what that's going to be, but it'll be good, whatever it is. So we'll go into the vehicle assembly building and we'll try to start off building an unmanned satellite rocket thingy. So you can see up here you've got your pods, you have propulsion, control, structural, aerodynamic, utility, and science. Up here, I can't click these yet, so I'll go back to those later. We'll start with something unmanned. This is good. Actually, yeah, we'll do this one. Unmanned, little bitty unmanned thingy. You can see it's not very big. Move that a little higher. So anyway, up to these things, just to show them real quick. I can set up action groups for these things. So for example, I can select in here, once I have a rocket and whatnot, I can select different stages and lights and custom controls. So I could set up custom control 1 to be only firing rockets on one side, or just a certain rocket, or I can turn gimbaling off, which is basically if I have multiple rockets, I can set it to where only one will turn when I try to turn the spaceship. At the moment, I kind of like it where they all turn when I try to turn the spaceship. That way, I just have more control. Over here, I can select crew for the ship. Here's the 3 original Kerman. There's more at the astronaut complex you can train. There's Jebediah, Bill, and Bob. They're the original 3, and these are, again, my parts and stuff. So we have our little unmanned capsule thingy majig. So we need to go to propulsion. And actually, before I go to propulsion, I'm going to set up basic sciencey things. I'll start with this satellite dish thingy. Right now it's closed, obviously, that's why it looks so funky, but it'll open when I'm in space. And I'll add some of these. I'll add 2 of these. Yeah. Okay. Don't think I need any of these. Accelerometer, barometer, gravity detector, and thermometer. Don't think I need those, so we'll go with... Actually, let's go with some control. I don't think I need the advanced SAS module, which just basically lets you control a ship, because I think this comes with SAS on board. But just to be on the safe side, holy crap, that's huge. That's what she said. I'll go ahead and add this. Yeah. And while we're at it, I'll add the RCS fuel tank. That will allow me to use RCS thrusters, which are these thingies here. I'll add 2 of those. Also, even though these are sorry, abnormally large, it gives me a lot more space to add things onto them, which is very nice. I will put, I guess these 2. Actually, I'm gonna set that aside, and I can check here my center of mass. Good. Okay. So I'll set these. What about there? Right at the center of mass, so I can turn easier. I don't think I need that on anymore. And I'm gonna need batteries. I'm gonna add 4 of them. And also, I'm going to add some of these big giant solar panels. And I can turn these, not that way, this way. There we go. Oops, I don't want 4. I want 2. There we go. I want them like that. There we go. Super duper. Okay. So I have basic stuff I need. I've got my little satellite thing, my little antenna, whatchamacallums, solar panels, RCS, thrusters, some batteries, good stuff. Okay, so now I need a way to get into space. So I'll go into propulsion here. Actually, hold up. Before propulsion, structural, I will add this decoupler. This will allow me to be able to decouple fuel tanks and whatnot and just leave this bit up here, just the actual satellite. So now I need propulsion. I'm going to choose one of these, and no, 2 of these little ones, why not? I think, because they're attached, whatever rockets I put down here will burn from all 3 of these tanks, because these are all attached, I hope. If not, just to be on the safe side, I will attach, okay, make sure it's on symmetry, attach lines from there to there. And that puts it on the other side as well. That way it'll burn fuel from here first. It'll take it, well, maybe not first, but you know, I'll put rockets here and I'll take fuel from this tank and put them into these tanks equally. And I'm going to add, what do I need? That burns at 215, this burns at 60. This is a little bit better, but it burns more fuel, but there's a little bit more powerful. I'll put those there. And then I'll add another decoupler here. Move this whole thing up. And add, why the hell not, 3 more tanks. And big rocket. And then some strut connectors. Everything on this game, it's got proper Newtonian physics, which is really cool. But also, if you don't have these things secured and attached and stuff, they'll just kind of wobble and break apart. So I'm wanting to attach these. I definitely want to attach this to this. You can't really see it very well, but it's working. Attach that to that. Okay. And just to be on the safe side, there we go. Okay, I'll put it on that side as well. Good deal. Move this up a wee bit more, and I think I should be able to copy this. There we go. Okay, and I want to add some vertical decouplers. Where are they? There they are. Trying to think about how many I need. Just to get into orbit, probably not a lot, so I think I'm going to try just adding 2 right here at the center. Okay. Did that work? No. They're not attached to the actual decouplers. We need them on the decouplers, or we all just crash and burn. How's that? Nope. That? Nope. How about that? Nope. Alright, that. Nope. This is kind of the tricky part. Getting everything to match up. Okay, alright, that worked, but I don't like that. I have an idea. Grab this whole shindig, and there. That worked? Okay. So they're attached. Now, they're not, like, secured, so when I launch, this shit is all gonna fall apart. So what I'm gonna do is more struts. Really hope this works. As I may have mentioned, I'm not very good at this. Oh wait, actually. Yeah, okay, let me add the struts. I'll attach that to that. And when I decouple, these will all come undone. So I won't decouple and then they'll be attached and just hanging there, flapping in the wind. Okay, good. So it's all secured and attached. Now I need to worry about fuel. I want to add this. So I want these 2 to burn first. Or these 6, I guess. Have this burn as well as this burn. And I want any leftover fuel. I want these 3 here to be full when these are all burned out and detached. So I'm gonna add fuel lines from there to there. Yes, excellent. I hope this thing works. Okay, what else do I need? I don't plan to have it re-enter orbit to come back down, so I don't think I need parachutes and all that jazz. Need some of these though. I need this. Okay. Alright, so let's see. When I want this to launch, I want these 3 rockets down here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I want these to launch at the same time that I decouple these little structural holder thingies. So I'll hit the spacebar and it'll uncouple those and launch the rockets. And oh yeah, these need to come down there. And then all the rockets will fire. And then once the fuel is burned out, I can hit space again and it'll uncouple those 2. And when that happens, then there'll be just the center one, and then when that runs out, I can decouple this. That will get rid of all that mess. And the the same time, I want that to launch. I want these rockets to be working. So I'll decouple that whole mess, and then at the same time, these rockets will kick in. And then the final bit is this decoupler, which gets rid of all of this and just leaves the satellite left. Okay, I think this can work, hopefully. We'll call it communication satellite. Very, very original, I know. I think this might work, hopefully. Or am I forgetting something? Just to be safe, let's add some... Oh, I already added those. Okay, we're good. Yeah, okay. Alright, I think I'm ready. Let's save it and launch. If this doesn't work, I won't be too surprised. Alright, get my resources up, and I'm going to start out immediately hitting T. That turns on my SAS, that way I'm just pointed straight up, and it's locked to be pointed straight up. Here's my map view. There's Kerbal, and there's the moon, and here's Minmus, another moon. And if you zoom out more, you can see all the other planets and stuff that are circling the sun, and you can actually, let's say I double click on this, I can zoom in, and I can see all of its moons. Wow, I didn't realize that this planet had so many moons. And if I wanted, I could get info here on the planets and parameters of the planets. It's pretty fun stuff. Here's planet Kerbal. Alright, so we're launching from here. This little Africa-shaped bit down right there is where the Kerbal space thing is. Space Center. Space program, I guess. Alright, so let's turn all this off. Okay. So SAS is on. We're pointed straight up. I'm going to lift my thrust. Gonna hope this works. And hit the spacebar. So far so good. You can see over here it's my fuel levels. Sometimes these rockets will, there we go, will overheat, so you can see how close we are to overheating. I don't think these are actually gonna overheat. I'm gonna want to try to set up an orbit, so I'm just kind of keeping an eye on how high my apoapsis here is. Not very high. Almost out of fuel. There we go. Spacebar decouples those, and now I've just got this center bit going. Bye-bye, rockets. Sucks to be the guys that are still in the Space Center and have some rockets crash down on them, but at least they're empty. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and start trying to turn at about 45 degrees just to get my orbit a little bit better. A little bit more, there we go. Alright, check the map. Yeah, I'm still... Apoapsis is almost at 50. This could work. We're kind of in space, but we're still technically we're still in the atmosphere, technically. This little meter up here will show you. I think once you reach this high one, you're no longer in the atmosphere. It's not pulling you down anymore. Oh, okay. I'm already there. 130,000 meters. That should work. And then I killed the thrust. So once I get here to the apoapsis, I'm going to want to add a maneuver that will open my orbit up. And that'll be, the apo is 134, periapsis 87. Let's open that up just a little bit more. I want to try to even it out some. It's 142, 116, 154, 123. That should do it, I think. Yeah. And you can see here this node, the little maneuver node I just made. I'll encounter that in 1 minute and 33 seconds, and I'll have to burn for 50 seconds, pointed in the correct direction. So if I use my directional keys, my WASD keys here, I can turn myself slowly and painfully to the blue thing. That's my directional node, or my target node rather. And let's just get out of this view, take a look at my spacecraft. Okay, right about there. So I'll be burning for 50 seconds, so I want to start at about half that, which is about 25 seconds before I hit the node and 25 seconds after, just to make it a little bit more even. May have to touch up my direction a little bit here. Okay, so about 25 seconds I'll burn. See, that's where we launched from, right there. Okay, so I'm gonna burn. I like to look at it through this view. That way I can see exactly how my my orbit's doing. Take a look at my fuel. I should be able to, yeah, that should make it. I think. Actually, this might burn out. I can still see my timer here. Okay. There we go. Actually, I have to burn a little bit longer than I thought. That's okay. Whenever I set up that node, it didn't take into effect that I'm going to run out of fuel in those rockets when we'll have to switch. So this might set my orbit off a little bit, but not a whole lot. Probably not really enough to matter. And I can adjust it if I need to. Alrighty. There we are. So I'm going to get rid of that, just get that out of the way. So apoapsis is 138,000 meters. Periapsis is 113,000 meters. It's pretty good. Pretty good. I think, yeah, once I get to the apo, I think I'm actually going to adjust it a little bit. In the future, if I launch something, I don't want it to accidentally smack into the satellite, so I'm going to change its axis a little bit. Not a whole lot. 138,000 is the apo, and this will make 255,000 for the apoapsis versus periapsis. Okay, so I'm gonna adjust that a little bit, bring it in somewhat. I want to make it a little bit more circular. So let's see. Apoapsis is 138,000. Periapsis is will be 131. Yeah, that'll work. That'll be really good, actually. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn my craft to find my directional target node, which is somewhere. Not there. There it is. So I'll turn toward this target node here, and I should have plenty of fuel. Yeah, plenty of fuel. So I'll burn for 37 seconds. In about 4 minutes. Look at that view. So I can speed up time, which is definitely nice. Just so I can get to my node faster. Wouldn't it be nice if we could do this in real life? Speed up time? Probably not. That wouldn't be good. Okay. So still pointing at my target node, and almost time to burn. Okay, go ahead and start burning. As you can see, my orbit's changing ever so slightly. It's getting it off toward that new axis, and it's actually bringing it in also. Okay. A little bit more. Okay, let's try that. Get rid of that node, get that out of the way. So, periapsis 138,000 meters versus apoapsis of 171,000. Not bad. And, okay, good. And then there's, that spot right there is the space center. So that'll work then. If I launch something, I don't have to worry about it accidentally smacking into my satellite. Okay. So we've got a pretty good orbit here, and I still actually have plenty of fuel left. So that's always helpful when a little overkill. Let's see if this actually worked the way I wanted. Right click, and that shows I'm down about half. Right click here, those are full. Good. So that shows that my little, oh shit, wrong button. My little piping, tubing things did work, and then it pulled fuel from here into these tanks, and left these full while burning up this fuel, so that's good. I didn't just mess up my orbit, did I? No. Alright. This worked out pretty well. Let's just speed up and go back around planet Kerbal. Okay. So now that it's light, we're on the day side, we can see what we're doing. So I'm not even gonna worry about decoupling these. I'm gonna leave it attached in case I ever have to move this satellite again. I don't want to waste all that's good fuel here. So I'm going to extend these panels. Yes, excellent. Awesome stuff. As you can see, they're pointed toward the sun. And going to these little bits here, toggle those. And finally, open up my dish. There we go. Whoops. I keep doing that. Alright, so we have a functional satellite above the planet with extra fuel in case we ever need to move it. So that's definitely good. And it didn't blow up. That's awesome. I kind of expected something bad to happen. I was going to run out of fuel or something was going to blow up. That tends to happen a lot to me. So this is relatively easy. As I try to progress and get further and further along in the game, I'm going to probably do some stupid stuff. And, like try to go to the moon, for example. And, probably trap some little Kerbals up in space. Because that's just how I roll. Alrighty. So this is the end of the first episode of Kerbal Space Program. Hopefully it was informative and you liked it. This is actually a really fun game. I enjoy it a lot, even though I'm really terrible at it. So on the next episode, I'll try... I don't know what I'll try. I'll definitely get some actual Kerbals and try to get those guys into space. I don't know if I'm just going to set up an orbit for them or try to go to the moon, but either way, it'll be fun. So... look forward to that, and thank you for watching.